No, it wasn't at the beginning of this year. Last year we submitted books to the Department of Education, right? Some books were rejected because of how they are bound. So people who buy books, bookshops, go on the dot. People who buy books, they look at things like your cover, your table of contents. Those are things that they want. And when you submit a physical book, they want to see that, is it bound perfectly or not? So one of the books, which is a good book, was rejected because of the binding. So we had to change our printers to another printing company because we felt like our books will keep being rejected because of the printer that we're using, because their printing is not so good. And recently I was paging through that book and I could see that the pages are about to fall off. So things like the printing that you use, you need to ensure that, you know, I think if it means doing market research on printers, go print 3 copies here, 3 copies there, 3 copies there, and compare them. Print gloss, matte, see which one works better. When we were doing her book, we printed for her gloss, matte, and a spiral bound. And she was like, no, I don't want the spiral because the spiral doesn't look good. But then you have this other spiral bound that is too expensive. You also have to look at the costing. How much are you gonna cost your book so that people can be able to buy it? If you want to sell a whole lot of copies, you need to have a price that is affordable for, I mean, a lot of people don't work, people rely on grants, people rely on this and that, you understand? So the book has to be so cost effective that people can afford multiple copies. I'm just praying that you live with multiple copies. It must be so affordable that people can buy it. The other thing that we need to grow into is ebooks.
Yes.
That's how we'll get known worldwide. So we need to check all these online stores. Don't just go for one online store. I was telling this one lady, she's in Uganda, if I'm not mistaken, that I've got my book in Amazon. I never got a cent from Amazon. You see? But you know what's the problem? We don't tell people that our books are on Amazon. So we need to be the ones who go out and market our books as self-published authors. Traditional publishers, they market for them. If Somizi was to release a book today, his book, people will buy his book compared to my book. Like they'll buy a lot of copies, that's Somizi, just to keep them in their house compared to what we have. But the main reason is that we don't go out and market our books. We don't tell people about our books. We don't tell people that our books are on Amazon. And that is not the only platform. She will tell us about her platform when she comes on the stage, or Sister Tabise. There's another platform that my book and some of the books that she has as well will go on to. It's called Africa Books. We had a meeting with the lady during the week, and she was telling us that someone called her last year, I'm at the London Book Fair. The lady is in Uganda. Someone called her, I'm at the London Book Fair. And I see on someone's presentation, they mentioned africabooks.com. You can imagine if africabooks.com gets mentioned, go London Book Fair, how many people are going to check africabooks.com and how many people are going to see our books if our books are on africabooks.com. So those are the channels that we need to get into. That's the space that we need to get into, because I can't, it's difficult for us to transport books from here to Uganda. It's difficult for us to transport books from here to the USA. So online platforms are the platforms that we need to get into, and we need to be so rigorous with it that we tell people daily. Now I'll tell you daily on my status update about my books, because I want people to buy them. I want to irritate you so much that you're like, give me 5 copies. I've heard when, you understand? I think the one space that I'm still, behind Facebook. I think Facebook, it has this other thing that I don't understand. But we need to penetrate those spaces and tell people about us. If she goes on an interview, she tells everyone about it. She does live videos, she does everything. So that's where we need to go as well, for us to be known. But let us produce quality material. Let the work that we produce be so so perfect, and let us pray over the work that we do.